Welcome everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. Today it's just me. I've got an interesting discussion I'd like to share. So this has been something I've kind of evolved with in my own mind over the past few years, and I think it's important to get it out there because it really helped me, and it might just really help you. So that the topic is finding the balance between working hard and working smart. I know a lot of people out there that work very hard. I also know that a lot of those people are not reaching their goals or their fullest potential, um, whatever you want to call it. I also know people that I don't think work very hard. However, they are smart, and it seems like they truthfully are reaching their goals. They're reaching their fullest potential. It seems like financially they're doing well, and it seems like they have a good work-life balance. So, where am I going with that? Well, it's not just about working hard. Just because you have a very good work ethic does not mean that everything will come easy or that you're guaranteed success. You need to really, as you evolve, start to focus on the working smart side of things. Let's put this into perspective with some athletes. Let's just say we have athlete A and we have athlete B. Athlete A works out 10 hours a day, every day of the week for 365 days a year. Athlete B works out 4 hours Monday through Friday, but takes into consideration that they need to focus on their diet, their nutrition. They need to think about their sleep schedule. They need to think about their workout intensity. They need to think about their recovery. And so as you can see, the one athlete is working out less, but I promise you at the end of the year, that athlete is going to be the one that's a far more well-oiled machine than athlete A, because they're taking into consideration the different factors it takes to be successful or to reach their fullest potential. It's not just a one-lane road. Now, there are people out there that do work really, really hard that may be reaching their fullest potential, but really as a whole, if you are someone who's working really, really hard, you probably need to start working really, really smart. Start to make that transition, because if you are working very hard, chances are you're sacrificing something. You're sacrificing your body. You might be sacrificing your time with your family, which are both really important things for all of us to live the life that we want to. So, if you're athlete B right now, you're athlete B. You know that you've seen the what do I want to say? The results of thinking about things from different angles, including different ingredients to your success. If you're athlete A, this might be the first time you've ever thought about it, and that's okay. At some point, it's going to be the first time for you to hear everything, right? So what you need to consider is if you don't feel that things are clicking in the way that you want them to, whether that's you don't have enough family time, maybe financially you don't feel like you're sitting where you need to be sitting, you need to take a step back and you need to really analyze, okay, what am I doing wrong here? And that's okay. I know from experience, those first few days where you start to do that, you will feel lazy because you're not out working, holding a shovel or pouring concrete or swinging a hammer. But in the long run, I promise you, it will be better for you mentally, physically, to take a step back every so often and analyze what's going on and take a look at the direction you're headed. If your eyes are down here on your day-to-day, you're missing what's coming ahead. So if you have a designated time or certain times of the year where you take a step back and you look up and see what's on the horizon, you will be better prepared for the things ahead. You might be able to take advantage of situations better that come at you that might destroy other people. So really, for me right now, it's the end of our season, and what I like to do is we don't do snow removal, so that really gives me the entire winter to start planning for next year. I don't leave here on December 1st and then come back on April 1st and spend no time thinking about work. I spend so much time in my office during those months, starting with looking at everything we've did in the past or in the past season, and taking all the data and just dissecting the crap out of it. Taking it and looking at, okay, this is what we did well, this is what we didn't do well. How can we continue to do this well? How can we do this better or not screw this up, or whatever you want to call it? And then put it into play on how this will look for the upcoming season. When that season gets here, then we can focus on the day-to-day. The vision for the season's already been set. We know all of the goals that we have in place, which just allows so much comfort in so many different avenues that, it just makes life a lot easier. And I can tell you it's helped me on my personal side of things. It's helped me on the business side of things. And again, I know the first few times I did it, it was like, man, this is foreign. Like, I feel like I should be out working. But now that it's been, this plan has been in play for me to take a step back and look at the horizon every so often, it's actually put us in a far better spot than it would have if I would have went out and held a shovel that day. So the purpose of this video is just, if you find yourself having those struggles, take a step back. It's okay. I promise you, again, over the course of time, the day off or the day in the office looking at the horizon will be of more value than that day of you holding the shovel. So if you have any questions on this that are more specific, I love talking about this stuff. So you can message me, leave a comment, whatever. I would be glad to pick this conversation up with anyone. I think this has been something, again, that I've evolved with over time, because I've had to. I just realized that my goals and my aspirations for not only me but my company required more thinking necessarily than me holding the shovel every day. And don't get me wrong, I didn't start a landscape company because I didn't want to work hard. Like, that's the reason I started a landscaping company, was because that was the only thing I really knew how to do, was just work. Then I started to thankfully realize that, okay, there's another way to take this to the next level, and that's by, again, picking my head up every once in a while and seeing what's ahead and planning for what's ahead. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comment, shoot a message. I'd appreciate liking and doing all the other social media stuff. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and obviously we're on YouTube. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.